こんにちは、皆さん。今日、私たちは日本語を勉強しています。What's this that popped up? Let's see, get rewards enabled on channel. Get rewards by purchasing or gifting subscriptions to Kinorashi's channel while they're live in any category. Ends October 31st. Okay, thank you, chat, for telling me that. Okay, yeah. Anyway, continuing, 質問があれば聞いてください. Well, greetings, everyone. Today we're studying Japanese. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me at any time. We're continuing with Koei. I'm sorry, not Koei, I mean Anki. That's right, we already finished Koei. Or at least just finished as much as the demo can be finished. Which, by the way, the full game is released now. If you want to play it. So I'm busy trying to finish this 1,500 word vocab list. It's strange that a pop-up didn't show when I loaded the chat box. It only showed when I started streaming. Toteru? ボールを友達の顔、いや、ボールを友達の顔にとて、wait, is this supposed to be, oh, is this supposed to be 立てる? See, ボールを友達の顔に立ててしました. I believe it's supposed to be 立てる, yeah, so 立てて、
当てる、
ボールを友達の頭に当ててしまった。
oh, 当てる, okay, 当てる. What was the kanji for 立てる then? 立てる. Tatete. Let's see. To hit. I'm thinking tataku. That's right, tataku. Tataku to hit. Sort of looks like two mouth kanjis followed by a ku. Or the kuchi kanji. So let's see, ateru. Oh yeah, this is too small. Let's see. Okay, so ateru. Boru o tomodachi no atama ni. Oh, atama, not kao. Probably would hurt a lot more if it was kao. Or kao or face, but this is atama, head. So, ボールを友達の頭に当ててしまった. Remember that shimau is used when something like happens randomly or accidentally. Like an earthquake happened and you use shimau, or you drop something and you'd use shimau. And it basically means that something just went and happened, essentially. So it's similar to how in English how you say stand up, where you don't actually need to say up, but you just kind of do. So the shimau is like the up part of stand up, only it doesn't mean up, it means like occurred. Or another example, sit down. You don't actually have to say down. So, ボールを友達の頭に当ててしまった。当てて、頭、友達、ボール、当てる。背中がかゆいです。背中がかゆいです。
背中、
背中がかゆいです。
背中がかゆいです。かゆい背中。彼に something so what's this negai onegai shinasai, I believe. Onegai shinasai. So 彼に something
直接、彼に直接お願いしなさい。
直接 okay 直接
直接、
直接直接
直接、
彼に直接お願いしなさい。お願いし and then なさい。直接彼 see directly. This comes from it's used in touch, contact, join. And this is used in, let's see, straight away, honesty, frankness, fix, repair. So frank and connected is like directly. Okay, so chokusetsu. 彼に直接お願いしなさい. Ask him directly. If I remember correctly, onegashi comes from onegaisu. Let's see. Onegaisu. Trying to remember, I got an explanation of this sentence. Let me look that up for a moment. Onegai shinasai. I didn't write down my answer to that question. Just someone told me why it was written like that. I know it's either the words. Actually, this is one word right here. This is either one word right here, starting at the she. That's what, and that's the other word, or this is a word right here, and this And this is a word right here. So shinas. Yeah. If I remember correctly, I think this is supposed to be from the word sudo. If you remember when this sudo gets conjugated, it conjugates to shite. Well, this is a much politer form of shite, but it's still in the same imperative tense. This is shinasai. I believe that's what they told me. I'd have to look that up again. Let's see. It's a polite sudo. See the origin of shinasai. See, shinasai is a verb conjugation that turns the verb sudo into command imperative form. There are a number of imperative forms, but this one in particular gives a nuance of talking down or giving advice that you feel is helpful to the listener. By the way, when they describe it, talking down, they don't actually mean like the English definition of talking down. They're referring to talking to someone of either equal or lower social status phenomena that some people have in their heads about. Anyway, so yeah, that little made up social thing. So let's see. Talking down or giving advice that you feel is helpful to the listener, but keep in mind it carries the connotation that you know better than the listener. This is generally how a parent would speak to his or her child, or a teacher would talk to students. If you're not sure whether or not it's appropriate to use in a given situation, imagine saying it in the English phrase, you had better. So, Benkyo shinasai, you had better study. Toshokan de shizuka ni jaberi nasai, you had better talk quietly in the library. See, the she is part of sudo. Indeed, it is the infinitive form, or what some grammarians like Seiichi Makino call the mas stem. The form of the verb that takes the mas in a lot of words. So sudo, aka shimasu. Sudo goes to she and then shimasu. Nasai is imperative form of nasaru, which is an honorific word which means the same as sudo. Infinitives combine with nasai to form firm, polite orders. For instance, telling your child to sit down. Swaru. Swarimasu. Swari nasai. When encouraging them to eat, taberu, tabemasu, tabe nasai. That's actually the best explanation I've seen of it so far on the internet. So, 彼に直接お願いしなさい。直接、okay. 彼、友達の意見をfood something.
否定、彼、友達の意見を否定した。
Oh, hitei. Isn't this also used in fuan? Let's see. Fuan. Anxiety. Oh, okay. So the kanji on the top is part of fuan. Okay, this is which has a connotation of negation, and then that's over a mouth kanji kuchi. Again, no, refuse, decline, deny. I wonder if it's you. I wonder if this is kanji tends to get used in a lot of verbal negation kind of words. And then this is te. Determined, fixed, established, decide. So not deciding, or in other words, deny or negation. Hite. 彼、友達の意見を否定した。
彼、友達の意見を否定した。
彼、友達の意見を否定した。否定、意見、友達、彼。当てる。ボールを友達の頭に当ててしまった。
当てる、
ボールを友達の頭に当ててしまった。
当てる。ボールを友達の頭に当ててしまった。しまった、当てて、頭、友達、ボール。かわいい。妹はかわいい服が大好きです。妹はかわいい服が大好きです。
かわいい、
妹はかわいい服が大好きです。
かわいい。妹はかわいい服が大好きです。大好き、okay. 服、かわいい、妹。直接。彼に直接お願いしなさい。
直接、彼に直接お願いしなさい。
直接、彼に直接お願いしなさい。Okay. しなさい。お願い、直接、彼。直接。立てる。ドアのところに傘を立てておきます。Oh, that's right. I told you the wrong thing. That shimao, that wasn't to do. That was more of a to end up. But it still gets used up like stand up or sit down kind of way. The up and down in those phrases. This is another word that gets used. It's from oku, or its politer form okimas, to put, which is basically to put. And so, it's just basically saying this is the to put in place word that gets used like stand up or sit down. So, door no tokoro ni kasa o tatete okimasu. Or stand up the umbrella at the door area. Or near the door as we'd say in English.
立てる、
ドアのところに傘を立てておきます。
立てる。ドアのところに傘を立てておきます。置きます。立てて、傘、ところ、ドア。立てる。to put up, to set up, to erect, to raise.彼、友達の意見を否定した。彼、友達の意見を否定した。
否定、彼、友達の意見を否定した。
否定、彼、友達の意見を否定した。否定、意見、友達、彼。something で30分ほど休みましょう。途中で30分ほど休みましょう。
途中で30分ほど休みましょう。
途中で30分ほど休みましょう。休みましょう from 休む。30分途中。Let's take a rest on the way for about 30 minutes. This is on the way, so this is like in the middle of and then of a part. 途中。It's to used in way route. So what was the kanji for amari? Oh, I see. So tochu has the kanji for part in it right here, but then it has this little eye-looking thing. And that tends to get used in a lot of route-based words. So part of a route. And then this is the during. So during the part of a route, aka on the way. So 途中で30分ほど休みましょう。当てる。ボールを友達の頭に当ててしまった。
当てる、
ボールを友達の頭に当ててしまった。
当てる。ボールを友達の頭に当ててしまった。当てて、頭、友達、ボール。押す。後ろから押すと危ないですよ。後ろから押すと危ないですよ。So in other words, from behind, and then this is basically being used as a small sentence, and then this is sort of like quoting it in a way, and then we're talking about it, what we just quoted here. I guess technically you could say it's quoting this whole part, but so let's see. 後ろから押すと危ないですよ。
押す、後ろから押すと危ないですよ。
押す、後ろから押すと危ないでしょ。危ない、押す、後ろ。彼は something 閉めたの Let's see.
両手。
彼は両手を握りしめたの。
Oh, 両手. That's right. It's just the kanji using 両心。両手。彼は両手を握りしめたの。しめた。閉める to tie, to fasten, to kill fish poultry, to strongly press someone, to crack down on, to be strict with. So, 彼は両手を握りしめたの。
彼は両手を握りしめたの。
両手、彼は両手を握りしめたの。
彼は両手を握りしめたの。
彼は両手を握りしめたの。大変 or the big change or a problem. 大変 okay, 大変なことが起こりました。大変なことが起こりました。
大変なことが起こりました。
大変なことが起こりました。起こりましたこと、大変。赤ん坊が笑っています。So, 笑う。赤ん坊が笑っています。
笑う。赤ん坊が笑っています。
笑う。赤ん坊が笑っています。笑って赤ん坊。彼は私との結婚の彼は私との結婚の 彼は私との結婚を
望む。彼は私との結婚を望んでいます。
望む hope, desire, 望む。彼は私との結婚を望んでいます。望んで、okay、結婚、
彼は私との結婚を望んでいます。
彼は私との結婚を望んでいます。望む。彼は両手を握りしめたの。
両手。
彼は両手を握りしめたの。
彼は両手を握りしめたの。握りしめた両手、彼。彼は素敵な年歳 or、
男性。彼は素敵な男性です。
男性、女性。Okay, so 男性。彼は素敵な男性です。男性、素敵、彼。
彼は素敵な男性です。
彼は素敵な男性です。男性、素敵、彼。
彼は素敵な男性です。
男性。
男性。
猫が窓から猫が窓から空を something いるよ。見める猫が窓から空を見めているよ。
眺める。猫が窓から外を眺めているよ。
眺める。
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 眺める。猫が窓から外を眺めているよ。猫が窓から外を眺めているよ。
眺める。OK。猫が窓から外を眺めているよ。眺めて、OK。外、窓、猫。
猫が窓から外を眺めているよ。
猫が窓から外を眺めているよ。望む。彼は私との結婚を望んでいます。望んで結婚、彼。
望む。彼は私との結婚を望んでいます。
彼は私との結婚を望んでいます。望む、OK。望んで結婚、彼。おう。彼女のオーナー。仕事は something だよ。
主。彼女の主な仕事は接客だよ。
接客。Her main job is customer service. 彼女の主な 彼女の主な仕事は接客だよ。接客、仕事、彼女。彼女の主な仕事は接客だよ。接客、仕事、彼女。あ、こんにちは。ブラウチップス元気ですか？Let's see. Very nice Anki card. Did you make them yourself? No, I did not. This is the Kaisha 1.5K deck that I've been going through for a couple months. Download links in the descriptions. Or at least, if you don't see them, if you're on Twitch though, there's links to my other channels which actually have descriptions. Let's see. 男性。彼は素敵な男性です。
男性。彼は素敵な男性です。
男性。彼は素敵な男性です。男性。素敵。彼。眺める。猫が窓から空を眺めているよ。猫が窓から空を眺めているよ。
眺める。猫が窓から外を眺めているよ。
眺める。猫が窓から外を眺めているよ。眺めて、外、窓、猫。
猫が窓から外を眺めているよ。
猫が窓から外を眺めているよ。彼女の主な仕事は接客だよ。
彼女の主な仕事は接客だよ。
接客。Okay. 彼女の主な仕事は接客だよ。接客、仕事、彼女。接客。匂い、いい匂いがする。
匂い、いい匂いがする。
匂い。いい匂いがする。It smells good. 匂いする。Okay, 匂い。歯が、痛い。歯が痛いです。
痛い。
歯が痛いです。
痛い。歯が痛いです。痛い。歯。
歯が痛いです。
歯が痛いです。 もしかしたら、もしかしたら、so, もしかしたら、来年 something になるかも知らない。See, もしかしたら、see, もし has to do with making questions sort of like if something happens, and もしか, so I guess we're talking like, so I guess it's more like possibly もしか. So, したら comes from する, which is the conditional たら, so if this is possible, so in other words, it's possible, and then so 来年 next year, something になる, okay, something occurring. So if something occurs, I don't know. 知らない, I don't know.
もしかしたら来年転勤になるかもしれない。
Oh, 転勤. もしかしたら来年転勤になるかもしれない。
もしかしたら来年転勤になるかもしれない。
もしかしたら来年転勤になるかもしれない。So 転勤 transferred 転勤. This comes from become, employed, serve, diligence. It's to do with employed, and that has to do with revolve, turn, change. So change in employment, aka transferred. Change in employment. 転勤. So もしかしたら来年転勤になるかもしれない。彼女の主な仕事は接客だよ。彼女の主な仕事は接客だよ。
彼女の主な仕事は接客だよ。
彼女の主な仕事は接客だよ。接客、仕事、彼女。彼女の主な仕事は接客だよ。接客、仕事、彼女。Her main job is customer service. Okay. たまに。彼はたまに料理をします。彼はたまに料理をします。 see, 134 is more than 133. Streaming late or new time. No, I was trying to stream earlier today, but scheduling did not allow it. That's why I always make a message on social media right before I stream, because my streams can be kind of different in time from day to day. And if you want to get a notification of me about 30 minutes before I stream, you can follow me on social media. Oh, and by the way, konnichiwa, level 1 alt, genki desu ka? See, I'm good. Good to hear that. So, tama. Doesn't it mean like circle or spears or something like that? Let's see. Kare wa tama ni ryori o shimasu.
たまに、彼はたまに料理をします。
Okay, occasionally, by chance. Kare wa tama ni ryori o shimasu. Ryori, tama, kare. Let's look this up. Yeah, let's see. Was just curious. I just got home and saw you on. Yeah, I'm trying to decide when the best time to stream would be. I'm not entirely sure. If you have any suggestions. Like, do I do later streams like this? I was considering doing super early streams like, let's see, 12. Ones that are 16 hours earlier than this time. Let's see, Tama. Bow, spear, globe, or. But it says in using kanji though. Occasionally. Okay, the Tama from Tamani is a different kanji than the one for ball. So, 彼はたまに料理をします。もしかしたら、okay, もしかしたら来年転勤になるかもしれない。
もしかしたら、来年転勤になるかもしれない。
もしかしたら来年転勤になるかもしれない。From what I remember someone's description earlier, moshikashitara is more if you like has more of a question, not nuance to it, even though there's technically moshi is used in question if statements. But if you say moshikashite, so if this part's shite instead of shitara, you're sort of like using a question like phrasing, but making more of a general statement. It's meant to be taken as more as a statement. So it's all the nuance essentially. Now, let's see. This right here is an embedded question. It's like next year, I don't know if I'll become transfer next year. essentially, using it as an embedded question. And then this is basically particles saying, okay, we're using it this is flagging this sentence as the topic of what we're talking about, that embedded question. And then we're saying that we don't know about that question. In other words, we don't know if we're going to be transferred or not. In other words, it's possible that I might be transferred next year. So, もしかしたら来年転勤になるかもしれない。See, funny thing about Tamani, I heard it on a podcast a few times within like a minute, so wondered what it was. And I get home and open IG, and the first thing I see is a girl doing video on intervals or whatever, and Tamani was on there, but it was a nice coincidence. Yeah, because Tama, depending on which kanji you're referring to, basically can mean ball, it can mean occasionally. Let's see what else can mean. Let's see, lens, bulb, gem, jewel. Can mean an egg, interesting. Can mean a coin. I guess that has all contextual meanings. But I assume that Tama you saw has to do with the equipment she was using, essentially. So, 彼はたまに料理をします。料理、玉、彼。I wonder which happens more often, Tokidoki or Tama? Tama versus Tokidoki. One person says they're interchangeable, but in English, there's usually a nuance of occurrence, like occasionally and sometimes. They're technically interchangeable, but people generally regard as sometimes as more often than occasionally when it's said. See, tamani should not be confused with tamatama, which means by coincidence. See, both have the same meaning, sometimes and occasionally. However, there is a subtle difference in their usage and nuance. Tokidoki is used to describe something that happens periodically or at a regular interval. It implies that the occurrence is somewhat expected or predictable. It can be translated as sometimes or from time to time. Here are a few examples. 彼は時々映画を見に行きます. So he sometimes goes to watch movies. Okay. On the other hand, tamani is used to describe something that happens rarely or infrequently. It implies that the occurrence is not expected or happens only occasionally. It can be translated as once in a while or every now and then. Here are examples. Let's see. Tamani Yoko ni ikimasu. I go on trips once in a while. Okay. So So that was a really good translation, occasionally and sometimes for it, because so tama and tamani, it happens less often than tokidoki does. So 彼はたまに料理をします。And they're saying, let's see, tokidoki has to something that sometimes happens. It's kind of periodic, while tama can be like not periodic at all. It just kind of happened every so often, just happened one day out of the blue, unexpectedly. So 彼はたまに料理をします。
たまに。彼はたまに料理をします。
彼はたまに料理をします。料理、玉、カレー。あまりの something に体が頑張った。あまりの something に体が頑張った。
恐怖、
あまりの恐怖に体がこわばった。
Wait, that's kurabata? What is gambaru then? Gambaru. Okay, so the second kanji is used the same as in kyofu, but the first one is different. Yeah, this one's from suyoi or strong, so strong, and then so what does these kanjis mean by themselves? Counter for bows, restrain instruments, stretch, spread, put up, tend. To stick, to paste, to affix, as in haru. So strong, affixing, aka becoming stiffening, I guess. So amari no kyofu, fear. Yeah, amari no kyofu ni karada ga kuwabatta, from kurabaru. Kyofu. Let's see. This kanji gets used in kawaii as that's kawaii, not kawaii. Kawaii. Scary, frightening. And this kanji gets used in let's see. Fear, dread, awe. Let's see. Osoreru, to fear, to be afraid. So to fear, to be afraid, and scary makes terror. Okay, so amari no that's right. Amari can mean part, but it can also mean excess. So this is sort of like excess terror, essentially. So amari no kyofu ni karada ga kuwabatta.
あまりの恐怖に体がこわばった。
あまりの恐怖に体がこわばった。こわばった、体、恐怖、あまり。合う。この靴は私の足に合っている。この靴は私の足に合っている。
合う、この靴は私の足に合っている。
合う、この靴は Watashi no ashi ni atteiru. Ao, atte, ashi, watashi, kutsu. And remember, this is the kanji used when you're saying like something to meet, as in like it's a perfect fit kind of meet, not meet as in like physical meeting kind of kanji. Use a different kanji for actually physically meeting. This is like a perfect match, like it met the requirements. So, この靴は私の足に合っている。See. この絵に something 売らないでください。So I know this kanji has something to do with like hooking onto something, maybe clasping or grasping. この絵に something 売らないでください。Let's see. Level 1 alt was saying, let's see, yeah, I hate when they translate it right, but don't include the word you're supposed to learn. Not sure what that's in reference to. Let's see, so like, oh, okay, let's see, like, Suka, passing through, but the sentence says the train won't stop at the next stop instead, but the train won't stop at the next stop. Instead of, the train will pass through the next station. Oh yeah, I see what you mean, yes. See, I've seen that kanji from something before. Let's see. Suka. Oh yeah, the first kanji is used in michi, or as in road, and the second one is to surpass, or surpassing the road, or in other words, passing through a tunnel station. Okay. I don't think I've seen that. I've seen those individual kanjis. I don't think I've seen that word before, though. Suka. When you get to the point where you can start understanding things roughly by just the kanji's inherent meaning, even though you don't know what the actual word is because you've never seen the word before. Okay, so what is this word now?
触る、
この絵に触らないでください。
Oh, sawaru, to touch. この絵に触らないでください. Please do not touch this picture. By the way, the structure on how you say don't do something in Japanese, I have not seen any confirmation that this is the correct way to think about it, but it sort of makes sense to me. If you think of this as the dead particle right here, which it actually is in that structure, it is the dead particle. And it's used for delineation, or in other words, saying, and the context of this, so in the context of not touching, please give, so please give, not touching it, essentially. And that's the best way I've been able to think of that type of grammar. But no one that knows Japanese better than me has ever said that was, yes, that is the correct way of where it's derived from. So far I know it could be derived from something else, but so この絵に触らないでください。
この絵に触らないでください。
この絵に触らないでください。触る。あまりの something に体が kuwabatta. Let's level 1 out. Let's see. Yeah, I got something right with Hatsu, but the word was yeah, that Hatsu, but was pretty close. Yes. By the way, if you've ever actually looked up the individual kanjis in Japanese, you'll often notice that anything with that su on the end, when they combine two kanjis together, like separately, you actually pronounce the su on it, but you do that little double consonant thing when you combine the words together. So that's something you can remember on if it should be a double consonant, because oftentimes, if it has a su on the end of it and you just combine the two kanji, it will be that a double consonant thing with su. Because most words I've looked up and seen in Japanese, it always follow that pattern. So if you know the base spelling, you can just sort of assume it's the double consonant. See, I'll try to remember that. Okay. So what was this again? I've forgotten it already.
恐怖、
あまりの恐怖に体がこわばった。
Kyofu, fear, terror. Let's see. Amari no kyofu ni karada ga kuwabatta.
あまりの恐怖に体がこわばった。
Amari no kyofu ni karada ga kurabatta. So, kurabatta, karada, kyofu, amari. Sawaru, kono e ni sawaranai de kudasai.
触る。この絵に触らないでください。
Sawaru, kono e ni sawaranai de kudasai. Sawaranai de sawaru. Okay, so, I have to go, so, Shitsimon ga arimasu ka? Are there any questions before I go? Any questions at all? Okay, so we're gonna raid someone. Who should we raid? We're gonna raid Sandy. She's studying English right now, native Japanese. At least she sounds native to me. And she's studying using Japanese. So, 皆さんお気をつけて。また明日. Goodbye everyone, see you tomorrow.